How to deal with disrespect. This is a question we all face at some point in our lives. Disrespect is a common challenge, capable of generating feelings of frustration and sadness. However, what if we could learn from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which teaches us to handle difficult situations with wisdom and grace? In this text, we will explore 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us address disrespect more effectively. Before you continue, subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content on how to apply ancient wisdom to our modern lives. Firstly, stay calm. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by how we interpret those events. As Epictetus said, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they have of them. This means that disrespect is not inherently harmful. It is our interpretation and judgment of it that causes pain or anger. When someone disrespects you, remember that their behavior reflects their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not your worth or dignity. This understanding can help you stay calm and prevent disrespect from affecting your emotional state. Secondly, reflect on yourself. Stoicism emphasizes the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. The Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives, and that we should always seek to improve our actions and thoughts. As Marco Aurelio said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. In the face of disrespect, it is essential to ask yourself, is there any truth in what was said or done? Did I do or say anything that could have caused this situation? How can I respond in a way that is consistent with my values and virtues? This objective reflection allows you to better understand the situation and your role in it, promoting personal growth and wisdom. The third principle is learning to pause. Seneca stated, "Whenever you are angry, remember that it is not just a present evil, but that you are strengthening a habit." Stoics value self-control and rationality, believing that impulsive reactions based on intense emotions, such as anger or frustration, often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. When faced with disrespect, Stoicism encourages avoiding impulsive reactions. Instead, pause to collect your thoughts. This pause helps you regain control over your emotions and respond in a more thoughtful way that is aligned with the Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. This method often results in more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions. The fourth teaching is to have empathy. Epictetus said, "Do not look for the good in external things. Look for it in yourself." Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity and the power of understanding the motivations and emotions of others to improve personal interactions and individual growth. When someone shows disrespect, Stoicism suggests practicing empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy helps you realize that disrespect may not be personal or intentional. It may be a result of the person's own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. This understanding can reduce negative feelings and allow for a more respectful and dignified response. Focus on virtue. One of the main teachings of Stoicism is the development of virtues such as wisdom and courage. Seneca wrote that virtue is nothing other than right reason. This means that being virtuous is being rational and acting in accordance with the natural order of things. Stoics believe that virtue is the supreme good in life, and that everything else is indifferent. When we face disrespect, Stoicism teaches us to focus on virtue in our response. This does not mean ignoring or tolerating disrespect, but rather responding in a way that reflects our Stoic values. Focusing on virtue helps you avoid being influenced by emotions while maintaining dignity and integrity. Acceptance is another fundamental teaching of Stoicism. We must accept what we cannot control, such as other people's disrespect. Epictetus said, "He is wise who does not regret what he does not have, but rejoices in what he has." This means we should be grateful for what we have and not worry about what we lack. Stoicism also teaches us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not. We can control our thoughts, feelings, and actions, but not external events or the behavior of others. So, when facing disrespect, we should not let it disturb our inner peace. Instead, we should accept disrespect as a part of life and focus on improving ourselves and our situation. Humor is also a Stoic strategy for dealing with disrespect. Seneca said, "You master yourself when you know how to deal with that which you should not take seriously." Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions and act rationally, but it also recognizes the value of humor in challenging situations. Humor can help maintain emotional balance and prevent anger or irritation from taking over. Responding with a joke or witty remark can create a more positive and peaceful outcome, as long as it is used sparingly and with common sense. Establishing clear limits is another fundamental principle. Stoicism does not preach submission, but firmness. When someone disrespects you, you don't have to accept it passively or react aggressively. Instead, be calm and assertive. Explain what was inappropriate and how you expect to be handled. Setting clear boundaries protects your dignity and self-esteem, reflecting the Stoic values of strength, justice, and courage. This demonstrates respect for yourself and others while maintaining inner control and outer dignity. Choosing to forgive is an important lesson of Stoicism. Forgiveness is not a favor to another, but a gift to yourself. It is essential for inner peace and happiness. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or approving what happened, but freeing yourself from the negative emotions that harm you more than anyone else. The Stoics say we should forgive with wisdom, compassion, and a sense of justice. Focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't allows us to forgive, relieving the weight of anger and resentment. Forgiving is an act of personal care and growth. Finally, change your perspective. Perspective allows us to see things more broadly and objectively, avoiding exaggerated reactions or personal interpretations. As Marcus Aurelius said, our life is what our thoughts make of it. Oftentimes, disrespect is minor and fleeting, not affecting our true worth or happiness. This perspective helps us ignore, forgive, or learn from these situations, focusing on what really matters, our goals, values, and virtues. Focusing energy on what is meaningful allows for a fuller, more peaceful life. By applying these 10 Stoic principles, you can remain calm and strong in the face of disrespect, confronting rude behavior with wisdom. Remember that Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but about managing them well, promoting more constructive interactions and personal growth. By adopting this approach, you will be better equipped to handle life's challenges with grace and dignity. And before you leave, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next content about Stoicism and ancient wisdom applied to modern life.